Hello. I wanted to come on today and go live and talk about my current life situations and realizations of what's going on for me and the surrounding world around me. To start with, my current life situation is that I'm been currently recovering from a foot surgery and foot slash leg surgery, and I have been for going on 3 weeks now. It's um it's definitely something to work through, having to adjust my way of living, um, and adapt to, dealing with being on one leg. So with that, I felt like my life I've taken on a little too much at once. I got the surgery, and I'm also engaged with Jay Shetty coaching school program, and I signed up for 2 classes at University at Buffalo. And that being said, that's a little much for me to actually get all accomplished. So I'm reflecting on how that sometimes it's okay to take a step back and reevaluate what's going on for you and if it's working for you. And as I reflect on the coaching program, and if I would be working with a client, how could I coach myself in this instant? And with that being said, I felt and reflected that the best way to coach myself would be to take a little bit out of my situation. And with having the surgery, I'm allotted the ability to get a letter from my doctor stating that it's a little too much of a process of my recovery, doctor's appointments, physical therapy to be able to fully engage with my studies and be able to be successful with them. And that is only part of the situation. On top of that is that I'm currently living in a apartment that's an old home that was split into 3 units. And so there's 2 floor units and then an upstairs unit. And the upstairs unit has been, since I lived here, has been constantly worked on. I mean, some days they might not be here, but most evenings there's somebody here working up there, and it's a little bit challenging to stay focused and engaged, and yeah, really to stay focused and engaged. And so I'm just trying to navigate these waters currently, and I feel like that I'm gonna get a letter from my doctor and present it to the university to get released from the classes because it's just a little too much for me right now. And I have plenty to focus on with my recovery process and with the process of continuing Jay Shetty's coaching school program, which I believe very highly in the morals and beliefs in the system that's set up. It's a really good structured program, and I want to be able to focus more in depth on that instead of being spread so thin. It's just 3 years ago when I had my motorcycle accident, which is reflecting back to the reason why I had to have these surgeries or got this foot slash leg surgery 3 years ago. We'll go all the way back to January 2019. I was cycling home on my bicycle from work one evening, and when entering an intersection just after the light literally turned green, I was coasting on my bike around 10, 15 miles an hour when I continued to pedal through the intersection and got hit by a semi truck. Yes, I said that right. I was cycling and got T-boned by a semi truck. I did not wake back up until the hospital because it knocked me out. Of course, getting hit by something that big. And that fractured 4 ribs, collapsed partially my left lung, fractured my hip joint, fractured my pelvis and sacrum. But I was so athletic and cycling about 70 miles a week at this current moment in time that my body was resilient. It healed within 2 months. Within 2 months, I was awaiting my massage therapy license approval through the state of Florida. And during my waiting process, I was working doing general labor, finishing a hotel out. And I had to climb up and down 5 flights of stairs all day long. And I was able to manage that just 2 months after being injured by the semi truck accident. Well, that kind of made me feel a little bit invincible. So I ended up getting off of a bicycle and upgrading, thinking it would be safer, onto a small motorcycle. And that motorcycle led to a faster motorcycle. And then in October 2019, was reckless and went way too fast coming out of my stop sign on my cul-de-sac. And I went onto the main road, which was completely empty, all lanes, two going and two coming. So I went as fast as possible on the quarter-mile stretch, or not that, yeah, yep, don't deny it. I went fast as I could possibly go, and I did not factor in slowing down quick enough when the turn came, a right-hand turn from a quarter-mile straightaway, and I ended up braking and then fishtailing through the median on some leaves and pine needles that had been pushed into the middle by the city, and I slipped, or my back tire slid, and then I went into oncoming traffic and hit the third car head on, and that's where I shattered my right leg from my mid thigh to my ankle. I had broken bones. The head of my femur was shattered. I had to get a metal plate put on the inside of my leg with 10 screws. And on top of that, the fibular head was shattered, and I had a compound fracture in my tibia, and they put a rod through the tibia. And this injury caused me to develop what is called drop foot and hammer toes. And it's the ability not to be able to flex your toes to your nose, or dorsiflexion, as it is called in anatomy and physiology. So I've been on a journey of been having to work with drop foot injury for the past 3 years. And back in October of 2022, 3-year anniversary of my motorcycle accident, I had my first correctional surgery to help assist me developing a proper footing on the ground again, for me to be able to walk more normally instead of having to deal with such an extreme drop foot. They they did a tendon transfer from a posterior muscle, removed it and just cut the tendon, and then needled it through the two leg bones of the lower leg, through the ankle to the front side of the foot, to attach, to hopefully raise the foot up with that tendon transfer back towards 90 degrees. That surgery, they also straightened the toes out by cutting the ligaments underneath because they were curled up. And then in February of this year, 2023, I got this additional surgery to help release the Achilles tendon because of it being over tightened, and to straighten the toes out again and put some screws in the toes to keep them straight. So that's where I'm currently at right now. And it's been a life journey. It's definitely been a journey in my life to have to deal with this handicap because I'm not fully able to physically perform like I was previously before the injury. And I was a licensed massage therapist when I wrecked my motorcycle in Florida. I'm currently living in New York, and I'm trying to move forward in my life and heal my leg, heal my body, my mind all together, and um, to assist others as well. My mission and goal in life is to heal, to 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 make other people laugh, and to bring peace. So if I can do that with myself and then reflect that out into my outer world through the peace that resides from within, then I can make an impact. And speaking about that impact is the rising of consciousness and the changing of paradigms on the earth and the awakening of the Christ consciousness within each and every being. Christ consciousness, Buddha consciousness, uh, Krishna consciousness, um, God consciousness, full human potential. And I truly believe that through self discipline, focus, and determination, I can make a difference and then reflect that difference to others in my reality. So that's my goal and mission right now. And this is my first video going live. And I wanted to just introduce myself. I'm Christopher Searcy. I'm 35 years old. Um, I would say that I'm a loving, compassionate, kind person. And I just want to thrive and thrive and fully be alive. And I thank you for your time. Thank you for stopping by and giving my video a little view. If you feel like this any information that I spoke on that's relevant, or that you think that we could connect in some way, networking, I would love to grow my network and my dream team, my awakened soul family on this earth. And yes, here I am, conscious creator, here to spread love, bliss, and compassion. Thank you. I'm gonna upgrade my webcam for sure. Thank you for watching. Bye now.